Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. May 20th, 1910. The 9 kings of Europe together for the first and only time ever. I don't know what to make of this, but it is fascinating to see. Imagine the chaos if someone had dropped a bomb on this room. One takeaway here is that they're all surprisingly young. I mean, this might be the oldest dude here. Half these dudes are like 30. I mean, I'm used to here in America, our leaders are 80 years old minimum, touching North America and Europe at the same time. Goddamn. That's pretty incredible. I hope there's not an earthquake right now. I'm surprised Trump doesn't have this guarded with ICE agents. This has definitely given me some John Lennon type vibes. Like, we are all one people. It's all one land. There's just some water on some of it. Fun fact about this lake, the river that feeds it was blocked by a volcanic eruption, and now the water has to travel through the pumice, which removes a lot of the particles. It can take up to 100 years for the water to travel 50 kilometers. That's why the water is so clear. Europe in the foreground, Asia in the background. Pretty remarkable, pretty fascinating. Europe and Asia are pretty unique in that way, right? Where, for being two separate continents, they're very connected. And honestly, I don't even know exactly where that line is. And it's pretty trippy to be on one continent and be able to walk to another one. Oh, well, this might be bullshit, though. Pretty sure this is all Europe, unless there's room for the Bosphorus in that dip, and there isn't. That looks to be the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, one of the few that has 6 minarets. And then even this dude is corrected. No, that's the Kamlika Mosque. Well, that was cool, if it was true. I mean, it's 2025. I have no idea what's true or not anymore. The biggest cemetery of Europe. God damn, that's a lot of dead people. Jesus. I mean, I don't know what the biggest cemetery of America is like, but I assume it's smaller, you know? There's not been nearly as much history here in America. I assume there aren't nearly as many dead people. I mean, holy shit. Apparently the biggest in America has more than 3 million interments. Interments. Dead people. And actually, the biggest in Europe is in Germany, and it's got 1.5 million, which is still an unfathomable amount of people. I guess that's this one. Unfathomable amount of burials, but only half as much as the one here in America. So I was wrong. People are dying to get a spot out there. Now, what do we got here? Streets of Paris. What is happening to Western Europe? Spoiler, I already know that this is just because of the strike. There's a garbage man strike. Holy shit. You know, the garbage men wield a lot of power over us, don't they? The fact that they can just go on strike and this is the result. Kinda have to pay them whatever they want. But I actually remember that headline. And it's Paris, so people are always on strike. But this was 2 years ago. Mobility in 15th century Western European armor. I assume it's not very good, but let's see. That's simply way too loud. Oh shit. What? He just did a Fortnite emote. You know, as an American, I might have to consider buying some of this, seeing how mobile it is. Does it stop a bullet? No? Dang it. That's really impressive. I can't even do that without armor. God damn. That's definitely Europe, huh? How the hell did they get this video? This is the sickest video ever. I wish I was a freaking bird in Europe, dude. Chateau de Chenonceau-Loire Valley, France. To be a bird in France. It's really amazing. The birds are also really neat. I'm kind of mesmerized by this, but I guess we should move on. A drone videoing another drone. I mean, is this shot by a drone? That's kind of what I was wondering. I mean, I guess so, but it has that vibe to it where it's kind of like grainy, like it looks kind of old, this footage. But I guess that's kind of the only way to get this video, is with a drone. Wow. An open-air school in 1957 Netherlands in the beginning of the 20th century. A movement toward open-air schools took place in Europe. What? That is sick. What happens when it rains? Or like winter? Other than that, this is sick. Classes were taught in forests so that students would benefit physically and mentally from clean air and sunlight. It probably worked too. Like, I don't know about Europeans, but Americans are like chronically vitamin D deficient. Even once a week would be beneficial. Yeah, see, I agree with that. But the thing is, you'd have to build a whole classroom outside just to use it once a week. You know what? Build 1 or 2 or 3 classrooms outside, and then everybody like rotates. Once a week, every different department gets to go outside. There we go. And if it's raining or something, you reschedule it. Boom. We need this. I mean, what an incredible childhood this would be. It'd be so memorable. These kids don't even probably know how lucky they are right here. I mean, this just looks incredible. Oh, here's an article with more pics. Oh, I guess this had been colorized, which makes sense. The original's black and white, of course. What? Are they on the beach? And that's your teacher? I'm not even going to say anything. I just know these little boys, they were paying attention this day. Wow. It's like a school without a roof. What a crazy out-of-the-box idea. Like, literally out-of-the-box idea. And they actually did it. Wow. It's incredible to see this is actually kind of prolific in Europe. It wasn't just like one outdoor classroom. There's tons. Whoa, dude. That's a smart idea. See, they can close it, open it when it's nice outside. I mean, of course, it's got to be separate from like the rest of the school, but it seems worth it. Oh my God. Some schools here in the States, when it's nice outside, you can eat lunch outside, like in high school. Oh my God, the architecture is incredible. It's one of those things where it kind of makes me feel like we've been moving backward. Our society has been moving backward a little bit. Wow. There's so many examples. Even the little ones. It just keeps going. Wow. That one actually blew my mind. Actually, a good idea from the 50s that does not involve kids smoking cigarettes or playing with nuclear matter. Playing with nuclear matter? What? Kids here in the 50s played with lead. Like instead of Play-Doh, I guess they played with lead. But nuclear matter? In Germany, forest kindergartens are very popular at the moment? Okay, I'm writing that down. I gotta react to that. Walled cities in Europe. That's incredible. This is the Netherlands. Bourtange Groningen. Sorry for that pronunciation. Wow. They have a freaking moat around their city. Wow. This is Naarden, Netherlands. Almeida, Portugal. It's very interesting to see cities that are so beautiful from above. I mean, look at that. And these like radial city designs. Very beautiful. Nordlingen, Germany. Good to see we're already preparing for the Titans. It's like the one anime I've watched. More than 1,000 U.S. military vehicles being moved across Europe to the Baltic states to exercise Defender Europe 2020. Interestingly, 6 years ago, Trump would have been president as well. Definitely might want to start running these drills again. Europe's tallest wooden building. The WoHo Tower in Berlin. Or WoHo Tower, maybe? 98 meters. I laugh only because I know you guys make fun of America for building stuff out of wood. But this is a super strong wood. That is really cool. Ironically, a skyscraper is the only thing we don't build out of wood. So this is quite unique, quite remarkable. Doesn't even look real. Looks like a Fortnite. Fortnite structure. It is kind of funny how, like, we've kind of gone full circle on the whole wood thing, like, a long time ago. And, I mean, it was in the best interests and best intentions, but a long time ago it was like, hey, we need to stop using wood because we need to stop chopping down the trees. It's bad for the environment. But actually wood is, of course, like, extremely sustainable. So, yeah. Interesting. 68% of the world's population will live in cities by 2050. 68%? What's the current percentage? 58% of the world's population lives in cities? Most people live in a city. How absolutely bizarre is that? I mean, to me, that's bizarre. What do you consider a city? Like, I'm wondering right now, do I live in a city? Because I definitely don't. But would it be considered a city? Like, I'm in the suburbs of a city. I assume that does not count. That just blows my mind that most people live in cities. Who's laughing now about the wood houses, guys? The world's shortest international bridge, which joins 2 European countries. Okay. It crosses 2 time zones. The Marco International Bridge between Portugal and Spain. They even named this bridge. Wow. There you go. Migrating birds in Europe tracked by GPS. See, what the hell did I tell you guys? Being a bird would be so fucking cool. Like, they're really flying all over the continent. That's insane. I mean, I knew that. Like they fly across all of America to migrate for the winter and shit. It's incredible. I want to be a bird. I'm sick of this human shit. The largest hot air balloon festival in Europe. Whoa. I didn't know I liked hot air balloons this much, but now I do. I love it. That's so sick. Okay, I'm very stupid because at first I thought this was like a catastrophe, like they're all crashing. No, that's just them landing. That is so beautiful. Wow. And you get to be kind of like a bird. You get to fly. You know what? I love hot air balloons. I'm willing to stay a human as long as I get to fly in a hot air balloon. The largest advertising festival in Europe. Yeah, it's kind of a win-win, huh? Advertising, you know, for the businesses. Shout out University of Bristol. But at least it looks good. It's not like the tacky billboards and shit all across America. Those were actually quite mind-blowing. Damn. Damn, Europe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.